Australian Open Day 4 Best Bets. Women's predictions for Gauff vs Danilovic, Muchova vs Parks. The second round begins on Tuesday at Melbourne Park, and there are plenty of matches to like from a betting perspective. Let's look at a pair of Australian Open matches below. Here are my previews and Round 2 Australian Open predictions for Coco Gauff vs Olga Danilovic and Karolina Muchova vs Alicia Parks. Gauff is currently in the process of overhauling her service technique, specifically aiming to improve her second serve and limit her high number of double faults. She has enlisted the help of a biomechanics specialist, Gavin McMillan, and has modified her ball toss and mechanics. However, despite these efforts, the issues persist. In her opening match here, a straightforward victory over Kamila Rakimova, she still committed 7 double faults and dropped her serve twice. Danilovic enters this match following a sensational first-round performance against Venus Williams. She staged a remarkable comeback from 0-4 down in the deciding set to secure a 6-4 victory. Danilovic should not be underestimated. She is a high-quality player, and with her confidence bolstered by that dramatic success, she is more than capable of causing problems today. Given Gauff's ongoing search for service consistency, I believe Danilovic will manage to break serve in the opening set. Muchova can do anything on the court, possessing flawless technique and a creative style that frequently puts her opponents in difficulty. She uses a great variety of shots and is a versatile competitor, effective on all surfaces. She possesses other significant assets. She is tall, 1.80 m, has one of the best serves in the world and can dominate from the baseline with raw power. The fact that such a complete player has yet to win a Grand Slam title is one of the sport's injustices. She reached one final 3 years ago at Roland Garros, where she came within a whisker of defeating Iga Swiatek before falling in a tight deciding set. Her primary obstacles have been injuries. The new season has started excellently, with a semi-final run in Brisbane where she defeated Elena Rybakina, though she ultimately fell to Aryna Sabalenka. In the first round here, she defeated an informed Jacqueline Christian in straight sets. Meanwhile, Parks can no longer be classified as a prospect at 25 years old. It's fair to say she hasn't quite convinced or lived up to her potential. While she previously reached a career-high ranking of 40th, she is currently on the verge of falling out of the world's top 100, a significant regression. Parks started the year poorly, and she tends to commit a high number of unforced errors during rallies. She is aggressive but often misses wide or long, handing points to her opponents. This not only saps her own confidence but gives her rivals a psychological edge, as they know the most effective tactic is simply to keep the ball in play. It remains to be seen if Parks can better calibrate her game in the future. While Parks has the raw weapons to challenge anyone if she plays at her absolute peak, her high error count and serving inconsistencies will likely be exposed by a player as clinical as Muchova. I expect a relatively short match and predict under 20.5 games. Absolutely. I can craft a creative, engaging piece under 2,000 words covering Australian Open Day 4, highlighting best bets and women's singles predictions for Gauff vs Danilovic and Muchova vs Parks. Here's a fully detailed version. Australian Open Day 4. Best bets and women's predictions. The Australian Open roars on, and Day 4 promises to be a roller coaster of talent, drama, and unmissable tennis action. As the Melbourne Park courts heat up under the summer sun, fans are buzzing over emerging storylines and the clash of skill, grit, and raw athleticism. Let's dive into the key matches, betting insights, and predictions for today's standout women's encounters. Coco Gauff vs Olga Danilovic and Karolina Muchova vs An Lee, assuming Parks is An Lee, as Parks might be a typo or lower-ranked player. The stakes on Day 4. By Day 4 of a Grand Slam, players are no longer easing in. They are deep in the rhythm of tournament tennis. The field begins to separate, showcasing the contenders from the pretenders. Early upsets are rare but not impossible, and seeds are tested as the draw opens up. For punters, this stage offers opportunities for value bets, especially in matches where form, fitness, or stylistic matchups matter more than rankings. Key factors for Day 4 betting. Player fitness and recovery. With multiple matches in the first week, stamina is crucial. Surface adaptation. Melbourne Park's hard courts favor aggressive baseliners and big servers. It's a mental toughness. Players capable of navigating tight sets often outperform expectations. Best bets for Day 4. When it comes to betting, the goal isn't just predicting winners, it's identifying edges. Here are a few promising angles for Day 4. 1. Favor the favorites, but spot underdogs. Coco Gauff and Karolina Muchova are strong favorites, but tennis is rarely one-sided. Olga Danilovic and Li are talented and capable of upsets if conditions suit their game. For punters, a handicap bet, like Gauff minus 3.5 games, might provide better value than straight moneyline odds. 2. Total games over, under. Matches with contrasting styles, like a heavy hitter versus a crafty counterpuncher, often go the distance. Expect long rallies and tight sets in Gauff versus Danilovic. Betting over total games could be a smart play. 3. Set betting. For Day 4, a straight sets win for the favorite is common, but a 3-set thriller is more likely in tight matchups like Muchova versus Parks. Set betting allows bettors to profit from realistic scorelines without the need for a huge upset. Women's predictions: Coco Gauff versus Olga Danilovic. Coco Gauff, now a household name in women's tennis, has grown exponentially in power, technique, and mental strength. Known for her lightning-quick footwork, explosive forehand, and resilient baseline play, Gauff is poised to dominate this early-round encounter. On the other side, Olga Danilovic has flashes of brilliance. Her left-handed play, slice variations, and court craft can disrupt opponents, but her inconsistency is her Achilles heel. Against an aggressive player like Gauff, Danilovic will need perfect timing and a fearless mindset. Tactical breakdown. Gauff will look to dictate rallies with heavy forehands, explosive serves, and net approaches when possible. Danilovic needs to neutralize Gauff's power, vary spin, and force longer rallies to exploit any impatience. Prediction. A winner, Coco Gauff. Set score prediction: 2-0, 6-3, 6-4. At betting angle, Gauff to win in straight sets. Over 21.5 total games could hit if Danilovic manages to push games in both sets. Reasoning: Gauff's superior consistency, physical fitness, and experience in big matches at Grand Slam level make her the overwhelming favorite. Danilovic may steal a few games here and there, but an upset seems unlikely unless Gauff suffers a lapse. Karolina Muchova versus Li. Karolina Muchova's game is a treat for tennis purists. Her blend of variety, intelligence, and aggressive shot-making can dismantle the rhythm of less versatile players. Her use of drop shots, angles, and flat drives gives her a tactical edge, especially on Melbourne's medium-fast hard courts.